every one of us at Patriot Consulting cares very much about the person that we're working with, not just, within our workspace, but also how they're doing personally. And we're trying to make sure, hey, is anybody struggling with anything? How's everything going for you? If there's a hurdle, we come together as a team and overcome that every day. Hi, my name is Kevin Vanover. I'm the Intune Practice Manager with Patriot Consulting. I think I've been with Patriot a little bit over 3 years now. Well, that's kind of fun. Joe and I had worked together. Joe Stocker is our CEO and founder of Patriot Consulting. We had worked together with a previous employer some years back. We both went separate ways, but then I reached out to Joe some time later, and he was talking about starting up a company. Our initial interaction was, Joe, I just don't think I'm ready to jump into that. And, he was completely gracious and said, sure, Kevin, let me know if that's something you ever want to do. And then within, I think, 2 years of that, maybe year and a half, I came back to him and I said, you know what, I think I'm ready. Let's go for it. And so I came on board and it's been great ever since. Really what surprised me the most is leadership through service. Joe Stocker and his ability to lead, but more importantly, to care about the people that he works with. And it is a culture. Every one of us at Patriot Consulting cares very much about the person that we're working with and their well-being, not just, within our workspace, but also how they're doing personally. So we have these one-on-ones, with Joe once a month, and then as a team on a daily basis. And we're trying to make sure, hey, is anybody struggling with anything? How's everything going for you? If there's a hurdle, we come together as a team and overcome that every day. We as a company, we're pivoting away from what we would call male migrations. And that was one of the primary skill sets that I brought to the table when I came on at Patriot. So Joe came to me and he said, hey, Kevin, what are you passionate about? And he gave me a choice. He let me choose what I wanted to do within that Microsoft 365 ecosystem because he cares about the person and what makes them feel valuable to Patriot. On a day-to-day basis, I have anywhere from 3 to 5 projects with different clients that I'm working with, and I get to meet with them and I hear, what their challenges are and what would be able to make their life so much better. When you hear, or you can just, it's palpable when that pressure of, oh my gosh, there's an easier, better way to do this. And I don't have to take my end users through this terrible experience. That part of it, when you're able to deliver that and you see that relief come off their shoulders, that's pretty amazing. So yeah, you don't have the cubicle or the water cooler where you can go stand and, reminisce about, yesterday's game. But when you have Microsoft Teams available to you, in fact, this morning, one of my teammates, Josh, he reached out to me on 3 different occasions within an hour. Hey, I'm doing this. What do you think? Or I'm doing something with a client and I'm excited about it. And so we get to share that real time within the Microsoft Teams application. When you have that ability, you really have a closeness there. I think using that technology and us having the knowledge that we can, access our team as a resource as needed. I think it's very valuable, and you become very close with those people because you learn what their skill sets are. You learn, what's going on in their life just because, I'm taking my car to the shop this morning. Just wanted to let you know, give you a heads up. So you just sort of are able to have more of a real-time connection, I think, in that scenario. But, there's always that human touch. And Joe, being as gracious as he is he actually gives us an opportunity, once a year, he takes everyone out to, a company trip. He brings us all together and we're able to then have that physical contact, hey, a name with a face, being able to reach out and shake that guy's hand because you've had so many interactions with him over the year. So I think he does a really good job in making us feel very much like a family. Being able to have work-life balance that we have with Patriot. Joe doesn't expect, because we work in different time zones, so he's very adamant that, hey, I don't want people being burned out. I want them to be able to have, work-life balance. And that's something that I have just not experienced in quite some time. I mean, there is a ton of opportunity in cybersecurity. It is a very, very broad sort of blanket. So you need to go find your place in that and become really good at something within cybersecurity. So if you're, sort of hesitant about it, or you're thinking, oh my gosh, it's so much information, how do I become good at that? Well, there are a ton of free trials and free labs that you can easily gain access to and learn and grow your skill. But here in the Indianapolis market, there is 1150 Academy, and within 5 months somebody can get the basics understanding of a cybersecurity career, and then they can go and focus on a specialty from there. I'm sure that they have other programs around the country, but that is something that students should definitely, or potential cybersecurity analysts wanting that opportunity, they should definitely take a look at it, and understand what training is available to them. And with some of the awards that are given by the government with free education and whatnot, and some of those things, you can definitely get some funds and be able to pay for that almost nothing to get that education without having to go through a 4-year college program.